All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brian Barnagante, and I could say my name is Total Biscuit, but let's not even go there. I'm not going to pretend to be somebody I'm not just to get views or whatever reason. But anyway, that is my real name, and I go by that name. I don't always say that, but it is true. Because let me explain something to you. I'm not going to put no name on there. I used to go by usernames and stuff online and whatnot, but that's another thing I forgot all about. But let's not go on into that. Now, I hate leaving off where I have made a video and it's gotten long and then I forget to do anything. I've been dealing with some issues, health issues, and weather. I finally got around to doing some things that should absolutely help improve things. By how much? Not enough. On one half, a lot of it's already been done. Like it's like, even though a lot of people will say that there's no such thing as 200%, but it's like 100% on one half on one job has been done. And in order to complete that and to get it fully 100% had to be done with poisoning. Now we got another job to make it, because it's all in the efforts to make this place look good enough so you don't get, all in the streets. So, yeah, I finally got around to that, but it's still not enough. And it's not gonna be enough until I get even more moved. Right now, there's a raging storm out right now. I can't do nothing. I have made a little bit of effort. I don't know what in the hell I'm going to do with the tabletop saws and stuff that's out there, because we got to move them. Craziest thing. Yeah, it's a shop. Craziest thing. So, but the reason I actually, is not only that, but I've decided to go ahead and release the rest of my series. Now, I didn't want to do this, but since I got screwed and tattooed out of another way I could have been recording, no, that's just not going to happen. I don't want to get into it. It's just too much to get into. But long story short, it's not their fault I had to put out the money. It's their fault for selling a dadgum blasted card that they told me it was okay to use, and they said, well, because it's preloaded, I couldn't use it. That, unfortunately, is the way things go. So, in the meantime, what we have here is a failure to get what was needed to be done in the first place in order for me to record. Now, there would have been a delay anyway because I had other things I didn't know where it was going to come up. Okay? And so I had to wrap that up, and I still have to wrap up what's going on over here. That is a thing, by the way. But other than that, everything else, is hearsay. I'm going to start doing another eating. And possibly posting in between here and there, since somehow or another I guess I got rid of jigsaw puzzles. I don't know if I'll be doing Final Fantasy Record Keeper. I know I'll be eventually going back to All the Bravest, but right now I'm not too worried about it. I've attempted several times to make an update video in the course of time, but then it came too long because, well, and like I've said before, it ain't like I have a problem with it personally. I just don't like it taking forever to upload. So that is a thing. And it takes even longer on this blasted thing, and I don't like that. So no, I would rather have a short video and then try to upload it. And yes, I have an unfortunate backlog of, and I say unfortunate, well, it's not really a bad thing, but it's a bad thing in the sense that, well, I don't know, there's probably going to be even more by the time it's over with, because here's the thing. Okay, even by the time I start posting that videos, because I'm starting to get back into that swing of things. But the main scheduling programming is on hiatus right now. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way things are. And it will be anyway until I can start getting on BitChute. And like I said before, I don't know if I've got a video on it or not. And frankly, I don't care. So if I'm repeating myself here, I do apologize. But I'm not going to post a link to BitChute until I start absolutely, after it's been, as I record it, post it, or not post it, but upload it. And, and then I can turn around and start, because especially to make it more active, I'm going to have to start posting it more and more. But I'm not going to make, constant videos. I don't want to drag myself to make it just a pure old video. Because that's what I feel like I have to do, especially if I've already done it so many times. And right now we have raging storms or raging tornadoes somewhere. It's not exactly here, but it can affect here. I've seen where it's blowing things. I mean, maybe it hasn't lifted up a building, but it's gotten close enough that the winds could lift it up. It just needs to be a little bit more stronger. It's just missing a few more strength, and it could have just lifted up all these buildings and containers and everything. So that is a thing. And I would have gone ahead and done the thing, but here's the two factors right now. I'm deciding on whether or not that but because of the raging storms, I don't want to put anybody in danger. Although, unfortunately, I had to put some people in danger anyway because of two suspicious individuals that came in before it started getting worse. And the weather. So, in any case, they were two suspicious individuals. And let's just say that, had to get law enforcement involved. So, and, I don't know. I don't think they found anything. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe they didn't. I did forget about some information. But, I'm not trying to hold anything at all. It's been one of those days. And this guy, they're supposed to be... So, but anyway, back to why we're really here. Okay? It's because if you see some new... if you see content, they're old videos that have been already pre-recorded, and I didn't really want to release them so soon until I got more into it. To get more videos out. So that is a thing. I'm going to be releasing the rest of it. So, but in the meantime, we'll have other videos that will fill the slot. Then I'll start cutting them back, and then this, that, and the other. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might slip in here and there if I can get my power working just enough right. I don't know when that's ever going to happen, to be honest with you. So, and let's not talk about it, please. It's a sore subject right now. Anyway, it's a sore subject. But anyway, I might go ahead and slip in a video or two. I don't want to have to do that because, I'd like to be able to properly to record if I'm going to do that. And it's not really... I don't want to have to hold the phone and try to do that. It looks like crap. Oh no, what happened now? When you do that. I mean, I can get the quality camera to look just fine, but it's just going to be kind of all over the place, and that's not good. And I hate to do that. I really do. But I don't know. It just to keep it fresh and maybe a little bit entertaining, but I'm not going to promise or guarantee it's going to be all that entertaining. Because what I'm doing is something that I have no plans of actually doing or continuing to do, because I've already done that once in my life. I didn't quite like it back then either, because I didn't want to have to hold up the thing. And it's hard to do that and try to use a controller. It's too hard. It really is. And I don't like going back and forth, like, here, let me show you just a little bit of the screen and then go back and forth to put it down. Let me kind of talk to you, or just be quiet and kind of concentrate. I don't want to do that. So, if it happens, it might be like, a bloody few minutes. And I really do apologize, but I don't want to do that, because then I feel like I gotta drag myself. And I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do it. I'm not looking forward to it. And I mean, I'd rather, if I'm going to do this up console, I'd like to record it properly. Like, where it's actually recording and not me holding up a camera. Because it's like I said, it's too damn hard to do. And me try to control the controllers on the controller at the same bloody time. But like I said, I may do it. I don't know. It's nothing set in stone. I hope I don't have to do that. Honest to God. I mean, I will show you on the screen and whatnot a little bit of it, but I don't want to make it like it's a habit. Like, oh yay, look, somebody's got it on the screen. Because I'm going to tell you something. That's not really proving that you are actually the one that's actually playing it. There's lots of people out there who have done that, and then come to find out they were actually using someone else's footage. Isn't that really? I couldn't even tell that until it was pointed out, like, because they tracked it down, like, oh, okay. But that's not the only reason. It's just the main reason I have with it is, like I said, trying to do it and trying to do the controller at the same time. I mean, I don't mind doing it like it's kind of like an example or whatever, or like showing you a little bit of it, but I don't want to make it like, oh, hey everybody, look at this, I'm playing a game. Isn't this cool? How is this cool? And it don't matter whether I put cheat codes or not on it. I'm not in it for a speed run. I'm just in it to play the daggum game, and I'm not really trying to do that. And if I repeat myself, I apologize. I don't try to make a habit of it, but I'm tired, and it's not an excuse, and I'm not trying to make that an excuse, but it can happen to anybody. So, with that said, let me explain as well, is that here's what's going to happen. Don't get used to it, but the main schedule is still going to stay the same. But there will be a difference for a little while. At least up until next month. As to what day, it'll have to be until the day that I get everything set up, which may take quite some time. So, there is that to think about. I will be setting up everything. Everything will be in accordance. It might take a little bit longer depending on what all I'm going to do. I don't know. I have no idea. As I may put it off a little bit further before I start doing anything for doing. Because I know I want to bring back Chrono Trigger and start getting that going. Breath of Fire. That's part of the main scheduling. Once I get to the point that I start getting with the controller, which I have, by the way, but I need a better way to do it, so that is the thing. And apparently there is a way for me to do emulation. I'm not sure how that would work out, but I'll try. I'm not promising anything, because so far I've had nothing but the worst of luck trying to get it on iPhone. And I'm not going to try and do it too heavily, too much, if I can do it at all, for PlayStation 2. Because that is what I have. I've got 2 boxes. And I may have to run a line somewhere and hook it up. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know nothing. To be honest with you, I've never been able to successfully do anything, to do with online, doing anything with PS2. PS3, though, I've had successfulness. Both wired and wireless. So, I've never had a PS4. And I'll probably never own one unless it becomes either free or it becomes whether I can finally just pay for it, if I even bother to do so, which will not be at the current market value that it is right now. Same thing with a PlayStation 5 or anything higher. Same thing with Xbox, which, by the way, I do have an Xbox. Not sure how that works either. I had an Xbox 360. It never did work. And I can remember it. I always had the as I call it, the rings of death on it. So I never could get that fixed, and I gave it up. I got rid of it. So ultimately, I know this is going to be a long update video, but I just want to let you all know, whenever I decide to post this video, that is what's happening. That is the current thing. Don't quote me on it for next month, because I don't know what's going to happen. Right now, everything is still up in the air until I can get finished with that porch over there. And that might be in between this week and next week. So that is a thing that I must take priority of right now. Pretty much, I can get it all done, but I don't know what I can do about the tabletop saws. And I'm going to be losing service for this phone, which luckily for me, that won't affect me any as far as having internet. Now, as far as me being on the road, it'll affect me, because you can't have Wi-Fi on the road. Although they've been talking about this little device you can take with you. I don't know how well that would work out. I'm not going to spend out the money for that crap. So I'm not going to bother with it. If I do anything with my phone, it'll probably after the fact that I try and reactivate it somehow, and I'm not sure how I can do that unless I use another phone to get a hold of the people in charge. And I don't know if that's going to work or not. I'd still up in the air right now, too, about whether or not I'm going to resume with that. I don't know. And that's all next month, so we'll have to see. And that's not even including the rest of the bills for the month. Like the food I have to have every month, because it's not like I got up to my eyeballs in food. I would love to have up to my eyeballs in food, like literally to the point that I don't have to worry about, I don't have anything, especially with the way the economy is and stuff like that, because it's still economy. The economy is still crap, okay? With it going back and forth, now it was going back and forth. Some things have gone down and stay the same, but a lot of it has gone up, and that includes gas. So my thing is that with the way the whole thing is, I'm better off if I can get up to my eyeballs. That way I don't have to worry about it. I still have to worry about other things, unfortunately. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to admit this. I don't really care about recording. Because I don't really have to. I don't really need you for recording necessarily. I just need to be able to play games with. And if I wind up recording, then so be it. And I'm not saying I wouldn't do it or I don't want to do recording. I'm just saying I don't really care. Because at this point, all I'm concerned about right now is the main thing I want to focus on is getting a good, decent PC that actually runs everything I need. Recording software and all that ain't hard to set up. It just ain't, or it is not, hard to set up. That, with anything, is not hard to set up. The thing that's hard to set up is getting a good computer going. Unless you're either willing to spend out money or save up money. In my case, I'd have to save up money. And it ain't gonna happen. Because I'm not putting out $1,000 damn for a good computer. I just don't see myself getting a good enough computer without cutting corners just a little bit, to get started. At least I'll be on the right path this time. But the problem is that by cut corners, I mean, like, in other words, I'm going to be sacrificing some things until I can get that going. It might be another month before I do that. I don't know. It's still up in the air. I don't know what I'm going to do. Right now, I can't worry about that. I mean, I am kind of worried about it, but it's like onto a back burner right now. And all I can do in the meantime for, to fill in the schedule slot is just kind of, do some side subsidiaries or sidearies of gameplay. And right now, that's all that I can do. And if you want something better, well, then you're not in the right place. I'm sorry to tell you that, but there's not much I can do. I'm not going to sit here and drag myself and put 4 playthroughs on one day. Oh, no. Once I get myself to the point that I'm more established with my channel, or I've got enough things going out to absolutely establish that I've got a good main go through, and then people can start catching up, then I'm going to start dialing it back to maybe 2 or 3 videos today, maybe even 1. It also depends on the updates and whatnot, and I don't even post them, let alone record them every day. And I don't want to make a big old log of, I gotta make an update video. I mean, I could do it if I was doing it with gameplay, but just to sit here and talk and do nothing but that, it's like, I feel like I gotta drag myself, and I don't want to do that. I mean, I'd rather just, if I'm going to record it, okay, fine, I'll record it, and then post it, and then boom. And I'd like to have where I have long enough video if I need to, without having to worry about it being, taking forever to upload. So, that is a thing that I must focus on. Anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to try tomorrow again sometime and start working on, if it doesn't rain, I don't know if it will or not, get some more done on that thing, and then pretty much leave everything that I can't put in away right now over in I'm just going to leave it in there. Doesn't really matter. That's all I can do with it. That includes what's in the back and in the front. I'm not going to move anything until I know exactly where I'm putting it. So that is something that I have to focus on. Even if it takes me a while because of winds and rain, being a thing, I don't care how hot it is. I mean, I do, but I'm trying to do it where it's more convenient enough that where it starts to get cooler in the evening so I don't get too roughed up by the heat, if that makes any sense. Because I've ran out of stuff and I need to go over there and wash clothes anyway. So that is something that I'm going to be focusing on for a little while, and then I'll start getting back more into recording. But in the meantime, I'm back into the swing of things where I'm going to start posting things. I'm going to start just finishing off what I have of videos for the main playthrough. I guess I'll add some more. To be honest with you, I don't know how much further I have for Pokemon Leaf Green. But I'm gonna play them all. I'm not gonna just swap it out and not play another Pokemon game on Thursdays or whatever day I decide. As far as Avion is concerned, until I get some more moolah into the account, especially because Avion, believe it or not, is not in the App Store on this particular deal. So that is something. I'd rather play the PC version, which I will be coming. So that's something that I'm going to try to more establish on. Another Eden. I just gonna have to play it whether I like it or not. It's not that I don't like playing the game, I just don't like having to record it the way it comes out. And it's not the commentary, it's the way the video is. Because I need it to focus on exactly when it gets done, the way that I recorded it, not the way that it shouldn't look by the time it's done. So anyway, I gotta go, and that's about all there is to it. I'll see y'all later.